Hello everyone, my name is Kai. Today I'm going to tell you about short talk on topic. First, the speaker introduced about Mr. Lee Kim, author of Amazing Adventure. Next, the speaker said that Mr. Lee Kim was a retired lawyer, amateur photographer, and then a writer. Mr. Lee Kim had spent the year before traveling by canoe down the Amazon River. Next, the speaker said that Mr. Lee Kim would discuss his travels in the Amazon region on which he based his book and show some of the photographs he had taken during his trip. Finally, the speaker said that Mr. Lee Kim was sure to have some amazing stories, so the speaker suggested they putting on to their seats. First, the speaker thanked them for taking the time to attend that meeting. Next, the speaker suggested getting straight to the point to keep it brief. Next, the speaker said that staff members have been making unauthorized charges to the office expense account for things like lunches and taxi rides that was not related to their jobs. Finally, the speaker said that in the future, all charges to the office expense account would be approved by her ahead of time. Number 3. First, the speaker announced all schools would be closed that day because of the night before's snowstorm. Next, the speaker said that the street was still icy and dangerous for cars and buses. Next, the speaker said that schools would remain closed for several days because it could take some time to get all the streets clean and safe for travel. Finally, the speaker suggested listening to the evening news to find out tomorrow's school schedule. First, the speaker wanted to know if they got their sports news from television and if they was getting tired of all the commercial interaction on TV. Next, the speaker said that they didn't have to be annoyed by commercials anymore. Next, the speaker said that their magazine gave them all the latest sports news commercial free. Next, the speaker suggested reading it to find out what's happening in the world of football, baseball, and basketball, and learning all about their favorite athletes. Next, the speaker said that their magazine gives them all that and more. Finally, the speaker suggested surprise that day. First, the speaker introduced about Services Inc. Next, the speaker said that they take care of it all, reserving rooms, printing schedules, ordering food, arranging entertainment. Next, the speaker said that their experienced planners took the head out of the conferences. Next, the speaker said that company guarantees that their next conference will be a success. Finally, he suggested calling that day for their initial free consultation. First, the speaker said that breakfast was the most important meal of the day. Next, the speaker said that some people skipped breakfast as a part of weight reducing plan, but that wasn't a good idea. Next, the speaker said that studies have shown that people who didn't eat complete meal, including fruit, every morning end up gaining weight. Next, the speaker said that They also feel tired later in the day and compensate for that by eating unhealthy food. Finally, the speaker said that healthy people never skip breakfast. First, the speaker wanted to know if their health insurance covered all their needs, and if it would pay for hospitalization, and if it would cover them if they had an accident far from home, and if it would pay for prescription medicine, and if it provide coverage for their husband or wife and other family members. Next, the speaker suggested not spending their life worrying as their insurance rates got higher and higher. Finally, the speaker said that their insurance plan cover all their medical expenses at reasonable rates, whatever they might be. First, the speaker said that they had a new schedule there at Radio 2000. Next, the speaker said that they began that afternoon with 3 solid hours of classic rock music. Next, the speaker said that that was 3 solid hours with no commercial interruptions. Next, the speaker said that that would be followed by an exciting new interview show in which they talked with their favorite rock musicians, both past and current. Finally, the speaker said that they would have the weather report at 5 before they move on to their new evening news and analysis program. First, the speaker announced a protest against the increasing the sales tax had taken place in front of the presidential place the day before. Next, the speaker said that protesters said the sales tax wasn't fair to business owners or consumers. Next, the speaker announced their newly elected mayor supports the tax increase. Next, the speaker said that she said it would help, not harm, small businesses and strengthen the city's economy. Finally, the speaker announced the new tax went into effect next month. Thank you for your attention.